I did a talk at the Monero conference, and it was interesting. It's very refreshing actually to listen to him talk about. It's a very unique perspective, but what I got out of it, it was interesting about the whole part of, okay, for example, capitalists and market participants like markets, right? Mm-hmm. That's price performance, things like that. That's what we're optimizing for. Mm-hmm. But peer-to-peer digital cash, when Satoshi wrote the white paper, mm-hmm. didn't mention anything about $1 trillion market cap, didn't have a plan to hit different milestones and get it widely, get it adopted in a way for institutions and all this stuff. Mm-hmm. It was be able to, without a central authority, give people, exchange this value back and forth between people. And I think it's something that's, of course, people in it for technology, they get made fun of a lot of times, especially for people who are getting mad gains. But I can really see there's some truth into that too, of, once you go so deep into your optimization for being a participant in the market, there is this aspect of when Bitcoin was invented, use an example as because it was the first one and all these things that gained popularity, peer-to-peer digital cash, the libertarian dream, and that world that you talked about that may or may not happen. It doesn't seem that likely. I agree with that. But I just think it's refreshing to think about the origins there, mm-hmm. and that market is almost in the podcast. He kind of said this, and that's what struck me to even think more about it. He was like, obviously a person that's in it for technology, but he said, the fact that it has a price is kind of an accident. It's kind of a side effect. It wasn't invented for the price. It was invented to exchange money back and forth without a bank and all this AML, KYC, all this stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So just taking that perspective of it, of course, mad gains. We all want to be financially free, retirement, all that stuff. But I think it is nice to zoom out a little bit, look at the origins and see where this stuff came from. And, and don't forget that side of it too.